from Namma Chennai to the world. So we are all very proud. And most importantly, you guys are the media, and we are creating a platform for you. So without any ado, let's please hear the dedication.
மத்திய அரசாங்கம் எனக்கு வழங்கியுள்ள திரையுலகின் மிக உயர்ந்த விருதான தாதா சாஹேப் பால்கே விருதை என்னை உருவாக்கிய என்னுடைய குருநாதர் பாலச்சந்திர அவர்களுக்கும், என்னுடைய அண்ணன் சத்யநாராயண ராவ் காயக்வாட் அவர்களுக்கும், என்னுடைய நண்பன் ராஜ் பகதூருக்கும், என்னுடைய படைப்பாளர்கள், சக நடிகர்கள், விநியோகஸ்தர்கள், திரையரங்கு பத்திரிகை மற்றும் ஊடக நண்பர்கள், என்னுடைய ரசிகர்கள்,
who has an opinion, who has something to say, the betterment of mankind.
And for sure, everybody deserves to be heard. And when we say celebrities, not just film stars, it's politicians, it's sports personalities, it's industrialists, it's media, journalists like yourself, and everybody who wants their voice to be heard in the language layer. That's what Hoote we focus on. It's not just about the primary language spoken, but we have worked on bringing back languages like Sanskrit on the platform. So as we take this global, we will be adding many more languages on that. I would now, Sunny and I will take you into what Hoote is all about and some of the features we have on the platform.
Thank you, Soundarya. So this is a presentation that's going to be made right now, the features of Hoote, general, the way it works, and then we will take questions eventually after this presentation is over. So as you see, let's use the power of our voice. Hoote, the voice-based social media platform from India for the world. So Hoote was basically conceived by Soundarya and me to give the power of the voice to the people. And we are rehumanizing social media experience with the voice. It is not in English, it is in 15 Indian languages. Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, languages that are very prevalent in India. Sanskrit, some languages that are not even heard of anymore but just spoken. Even those languages are going to be available on Hoote. Since our desire was always to be a platform that reaches out to the world, it is also in 10 international languages. You will have French, you will have German, you will have Chinese. So for the first time, there is a platform that's going out from India for the world. Now, most importantly, if you look at traditional social app in English used by someone in Thoothukudi, somebody in Kanyakumari, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, everybody should be able to use this platform without any difficulty in a way that they understand. And that's why we customized it to be able to be available in different languages.
Sorry. To add to that, we were very particular. We launched Hoote on both the interfaces, which is iOS and on Android. And that was important for us to make sure that both the users get the access to Hoote at the same time.
Perfect. As you see, you're in the text, you are in media, you're already using, you are hearing things about IoT, Internet of Things, where everything is becoming connected devices. So Hoote is such a platform which will make it more powerful using artificial intelligence. Once you explore it, you'll understand more about it. You also hear about now children talking about Alexa and Google Home, and you can, even before you go home, you can turn your air conditioner. Before you get into your car, you can turn your car. You see smart bikes, smart vehicles. All of that is empowered by the bots, which is Alexa and Google Home. So who is such a bot as well? You can talk to it eventually. In the first phase, we've not shown that, but in the next few weeks, we're going to release that because we're taking steps to launch it into the world. So this also is going to be powered by voice. You can do anything talking to it, right? So people literally don't need to understand how to talk to it, and it will play for you.
So like to add on that, like you already have Hey Siri, Hey Google, you soon have add to that people who use watches that are, digital watches that connect to platforms like the iWatch and the alternate version of the Android. Hoote is accessible on that. And that browsing, you cannot use other platforms like Facebook to browse what's happening, but on Hoote you can hear your voice note on your phone. So having said that, Hoote provides a balance between highly automated social media experience. We want to keep it as natural as it can get. Only I can sound the way I do. So we don't want, we are looking at features like filters coming in the future stage, that right now we want to keep it as simple and straightforward like voice notes. There is a need for short-form audio platform in the world where the consumer's attention span is shrinking. We have IPL, which is 20 overs right now. And I personally feel that when it did come out 16 years ago, it kind of worked with people because it was short messages. So on Hoote, we have kept it up till 60 seconds, and I think people want to know what the headlines are about. And there is screen fatigue post-COVID pandemic, because we were all at home during lockdown. It was all the time television or the phone. So with Hoote, what we do intend to do is use their headphones when they're in their car and start listening to things instead of reading text and watching videos non-stop.
So just to summarize, what are some of the key features and how it works, right? Because I want you all to be able to use it after this meeting, because you are our brand ambassador. So you can use your own voice and record for 60 seconds as you would do on any voice note in your phone. Once you do that, you can upload these 60 seconds and voice Hoote, which is for 60 seconds. You can also send messages, direct messages to people with absolute privacy as a voice note. That's called our direct Hoote, similar to your direct messages.
Quickly right now, I think I should mention why the name Hoote. Like I said, I gave you the story of what inspired me for Hoote. And the idea of the second lane, the Hoote in the mind, and from that time we never even looked at changing the name. And Hoote is the sound an owl makes, and the white owl is considered it symbolizes wisdom. So it made meaning for us, and I think it's all tweet, Twitter, tweet. I thought Hoote is also a verb. So have you hooted? Do you want to hoot? It can be like, have you tweeted? So that's the reason for the name Hoote. So I come from the film industry, and Ennala Vandittu, I can't imagine watching a film without background music. So to bring a little bit of cinematic experience on the platform, we did decide to add a feature, add a background music to their particular Hoote. So if you're wishing someone for their birthday, you can add happy birthday on that Hoote before you hoot it out. So in the future, we do plan to tie up with music labels. For example, Anatha is just round the corner. So Anatha Pati Hoot Pandring, Anatha BGM Hoot Parna. It's an easy shared thoughts without inhibition of appearance. And I'm sure everybody will agree, at least for 5 minutes, we all stand in front of the mirror to adjust our hair, to adjust our, how we look, if it's a photograph or a video. But on Hoote, at early in the morning, middle of the night, whenever you feel like sharing your thoughts to the world, you can Hoote without inhibitions of appearance.
We also have a concept of private and public groups. So you can have that as confidential. So this is also an additional feature that we have in Hoote, so that you can have larger people interacting within your application about some subjects you might have. So I also want to showcase Made in India technology platform serving a global audience. So reiterating what I said, this is made in Namma Chennai. We have brought Silicon Valley back in bird. We were the largest traders. We were the gold capital of the world. Today, we are the technology Chennai in Siruseri. So it's a matter of pride for all of us that this has been done, but has been done at a global scale, right? We've not compromised international standards. That's something that I wanted to showcase here.
So a little about the private and public groups. I'm sure all of you are aware of platforms like Clubhouse and Spaces. So on the format, is there is a room where there are a lot of people, a few people talk and many listen, but it's at a particular time. So that's something which we wanted to give the freedom of people of no time restriction. So Hoote follows a model where it's one way, but when we do come up with our group speeches, we're taking into consideration what is convenient for people, and we're going to enhance it a little bit more. So we have a foolproof verification process to get verified. We have followed every protocol given by the government, and it is an honor for me to say right now that we do have the IT Minister of the country, Ashwini ji, on the platform, and we will make sure that verification is very important, because we don't want people impersonating anyone on the platform with voice. And like I said, we do have a stringent monitoring, zero tolerance to harassment. And can we show that on screen? Is that? By that, what I mean is we do have a team sitting and looking at hoots every single day. And people can report a hoot if it offends them or if it is inappropriate, and we will pull down the hoot immediately. So you can report a hoot, and we have these options or more, and you can submit it, and we have a team at back end sitting monitoring this, because we as a platform are very, very conscious of how responsible we should be, and we do not and we will not encourage anything that's inappropriate on the platform. Thank you so much, Shanavas.
So just to add on to what Soundarya said, some of the more international media platforms are not very conscious about the culture of India. What we might consider appropriate may not be appropriate. We want to do what the land demands. That means we want to be conscious about our culture. We want to keep that as a prima facie important factor for us while we decide on what hoots come down. So adding on to what Soundarya said, it's clearly emerging that short-term or short format platforms, both in entertainment and non-entertainment, are the way to go. People want content very crisp, immediately, and that too in voice disruption. Hoote has now become the aggregator of voice-based content across categories like news, entertainment, sports, literature, and that too in regional languages, right? That's the reach. I can hoot in Tamil. I could be sitting in a CSK match in Dubai, and I could be hooting in Tamil. And I want somebody to understand that and react to that, either by voice or however he or she intends to.
So, for the people who are already using the Hoote platform right now, we do have features where you can choose a display picture and give your profile details, and then you can record a hoot or upload an already recorded hoot, add an image that supports your hoot, and then you can write a small description up to 120 characters on what your hoot is about. But we're keeping it as voice-centric as possible. Even in our comments section, people can comment in text, of course. You can voice comment as well. Since yesterday, there have been a lot of voice comments, which I've enjoyed listening to, and that's the access, and that's what Soundarya does. It connects people. So the immediate next set of features that we're working on within the next couple of days and couple of weeks, for everybody who already have Hoote on your phone, will have an update notification. Once you update it, you will get the new features on your phone. So we are working on pinned hoots, which are extremely important. We are working on multiple profiles from one device. As of now, you have one device, one profile, but that will be coming soon. We do have privacy settings where one gets to decide who gets to hear their we already have an option of comments on and off, but we will have that feature very soon as well. Autoplay. So if you connect Hoote to your phone, there is a feature of autoplay, and you can choose, like, you can follow me, you can follow X, you can follow and then the autoplay will play each hoot one after another as you move on with your lives.
Thank you, Soundarya. So this is to make life simpler for you. You're driving, you want to listen to music, you can choose the hootsters that you're following, you'll have a music playlist. You're in the gym, you want to inspire yourself, you can have a gym playlist. You're feeling religious, you want to follow somebody who you're inspired by, you can create a playlist. So this is something something that we think people are going to use and it'll play one after another. All you just say is skip, it'll move to the next. So these are nice playlists, which is a distinct feature of what Hoote's going to be. So let me summarize for the interest of the audience here. So Hoote, innovation in social media experience. Why we brought it here? Because by now you must have understood how we are completely different from anything else out there. World's first 60 seconds news Hootes. It's never been done before. Just in voice for the first time. Now what does that enable? It enables you, the media people, to put out their news in 60 seconds. We are an aggregator. We are a technology platform. 2, for the first time, we are discovering what is called as a concept of edge to edge. You must have heard of B2B, business to business. You have B2C, business to consumer. These are all different jargons that we use. For the first time, Hoote is promoting a new concept called human-to-human interaction. How so? You just heard what Talaivar Rajinikanth sir said. You connected. We enable human to connect with another human being. You will listen to the Information Technology Minister, Sri Ashwini Vaishnavji, when you go on to Hoote. The first time today, when I sat down, I knew he was a leader, but when I heard his voice, I really thought that there was a connection between what he's trying to do and me as a technology entrepreneur, what I'm trying to achieve. So it's human-to-human connection. Same with Tony and the cricketers and music stars and cine stars and so forth. The next feature, AI-enabled language conversion, which Soundarya briefly touched upon. We are ensuring that it is not necessary for someone to understand a particular language to read or write to be able to use Hoote. So we want to use the power of technology. We are in touch with some of the best minds in the world to enable able to translate in real time. And that's a feature that's going to come up in the short run.
So what we're planning to launch is, since I do come from the film industry, most of the film trailers are cut with extravagant visuals. So I am in touch with a few production houses and we are working on a concept of audio voice teasers and trailers. So a visual trailer is of course played on radio. Then audio teasers are where you get the best dialogues of a particular film, the important punchlines of a film, and you play it out a 60-second teaser. So that's a concept I'm working on. And of course, a few production houses have already they're already excited about it, and we will say more about this as we move forward.
So to add that, we remember Kalaigner's voice. The people in the remember by his voice. We remember celebrities in the media by the voice. That is the core of a soul of a human being. And that's what we're trying to bring back here with Hoote. AI-driven voice-based search, which is an extension. So you could talk to Hoote and it will give you the content. You say, can you play me something what ABCD said a month back? It'll come back and it'll play the Hoote with you, right? Most important, all talking to it, you use many OTT platforms. You're talking to it and asking it for content. These are smart TVs. Hoote will be in that. You could do it when you reach home and say, I'm reaching home. Start playing these channels of news, I'm reaching home. Compile into it ready so that when you get in home, you can listen to it. So these are some of the salient features of Hoote, which we will take questions eventually.
The other giants in social media. And I'm so happy to say that Girish is a very, very dear family friend, and Girish Appa Guru, and Girish made us also out in the recent times. Girish went to lyrics as his inspiration and what motivates him. So one of the lines in a recent interview that one of the lyric lines that he mentioned was Singanadai pottu sigaratthil erundal vaanathil eru, and he has achieved that. So when I did talk to Girish about Hoote, he was very happy with the idea and concept, and he immediately agreed to be an advisor for us. And like I said, it's very, very early for us, but we do aspire to follow the path he has already given for a company that's made in India for the world. And on that note, I would be happy to play Girish's Hoote as well.
Hi, this is Girish Mathrabotham from Freshworks. Congratulations to Soundarya and the entire Hoote team for this launch. I am excited to see as a global product from India and that also from Namma Chennai. What makes this launch even more special is the first Hoote is coming from Namma Talaivar. So, Korala Ketale Chumma Adirdilla moment for Hoote and for all of us. So please join Hoote, speak up and make your voice heard. Congratulations team on this fantastic all.
So Girish is one of our advisors at this stage.
Thank you, Soundarya. As Soundarya said, he's created a multi-billion-dollar company. We are going to create the largest platform, going to be one of the advisors to launch at a global scale. We want to take this next level, and superior minds who've been there, done it, is going to be a great guiding for it, because we've got this very corporate, very professional, created multi-billion-dollar companies, sold them, exit. Now he is creating another company in which I'm associated as well as a director. He is also from Namma Chennai. He got his degree in Madras and then went on to do his master's in computer science from MIT. We're also very honored to have him as an advisor. He like Girish, sits in the Silicon Valley. We are going to be adding a lot more people in different gamuts of society who can add value as we propel to become the largest voice-based social media platform from India for the world. I now request the team to play the Hoote from Arvind.
Hello everyone. I'm very excited to be uploading my first Hoote. When I first heard about Hoote from Soundarya and Sunny, I was amazed by the compelling simplicity of the concept and the easy-to-use mobile application. Digital characters on a screen can communicate words. Human communication is so much more than just words. With our voices, we communicate a gamut of emotions, feelings, nuance, empathy, subtlety, sentiment. The list is endless. It is rehumanizing the social media experience by using the power of our own voices. I am honored to be an advisor to the company, and congratulations and best wishes to Soundarya and Sunny and Hoote for a great launch.
And with that, we're very happy that today Appa has voice launched Hoote, and it is now available and waiting to hear you all. Let us all be heard and use the power of our voice. So we're happy to take it after this.
So we are as excited, and I hope you are as excited, because at the end of the day, this is just not another product. This is something that we have dreamt about, conceived, and this is about media. This is about empowering each one of you, the ones who are operating the cameras, the ones who are writing, who've done this, who understand this business in and out. This is empowering you. So we really think this is going to be a long-term, deep partnership between a tech platform like ours and you. You are our users. Please use this and give your feedback, and we are looking forward to making this more powerful, more scalable, and be able to have the voice of every Indian heard. Thank you. So, now, of course, we've given you a great introduction about Hoote. We have given you a demo. So we are now going to open this up for questions. I'm sure each of you are eager to ask more doubts, ideas of why, what, where is this going. The floor is now open. We're ready to take the questions.
Raja?
Yes, sir. Sanskrit is also a language. Correct, sir. Sir, for some people, life is not all about monetizing. It is all about creating change, creating impact. And Soundarya and me have always thought about wanting to create this platform for every Indian. If somebody thinks that Sanskrit is the language that they are going to, so be it. We will provide platform. If somebody feels Tamil is, it's for them as well.
And sir, language voice platform என்றதுனால the option of the language change இருக்கு. அது மட்டும்தான் mandatory கிடையாது. So we have Tamil, we have English, we have Telugu, we have Malayalam. அதுல ஒரு language we are reviving Sanskrit because we are a made in India for the world platform. So நாளைக்கு speeders அவங்கெல்லாம் வந்தாங்கன்னா they can upload a slokam every morning and the interface can be in Sanskrit. It is an option, it is not the only language on the platform.
இந்த மாதிரி சோசியல் மீடியாவில் நிறைய சண்டை, நிறைய அப்யூஷன், நிறைய அடுத்தவங்க பற்றி தப்பாக பேசுறது தான் நிறைய வருது. அப்படிப்பட்டது இதில் ஒரு நிமிஷத்தில் நீங்கள் எப்படி அது மானிட்டர் வச்சுருக்கீங்களா? வாய்ஸுங்கும் போது ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்லாங் இருக்குது, திருநெல்வேலி ஸ்லாங்கு, மதுரை ஸ்லாங், அதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் எப்படி கண்டுபிடிப்பீங்க? அந்த மாதிரிலாம் உங்களுக்கு டெக்னாலஜி இருக்கா? எப்படி?
Very good question, sir. Let me take that. So the way we have built the technique is that there is something we call as a prowl in the back end. Prowl means we are watching out for content that could be abusive. One, we are expecting people to tell us that there is abusive content, and we are acting quickly. We are going to download it off from the app. Second, we are also monitoring using tech tools that we have. Third, we have physical people also sitting down and flagging content that could not be right. So we are catering to all the three steps that we need to take to ensure that remains as a safe platform for everybody.
நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்வி I absolutely understand. And எல்லா பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்லயும் அந்த ரிஸ்க் இருக்கு சார். ட்விட்டர்லயும் இருக்கு, ஃபேஸ்புக்லயும் இருக்கு, இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்லயும் இருக்கு. So that's why we have a report and report a Hoote if it is offensive or inappropriate. So மத்த பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் ஃபேஸ் பண்ண அந்த சேலஞ்ச் நாங்களும் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுவோம். But social media is a very powerful tool that everybody can connect with everyone. பொறுப்பா எல்லாரும் இதை யூஸ் பண்ணா நல்ல விஷயத்துக்கு பயன்படும். So I do hope that everybody does use this for the good of all.
Soundarya.
Illenga, this is not that. The Clubhouse, pathingana, that's a different model where you can create a room at a particular time and you can invite people or they themselves can come in. Spaces so apdida, but Hoote is a one-way communication. So if you want to Hoote in your car on your way back home, you can bring the time path down the room kulla ponondra format Hoote kadiyadu.
Soundarya, இதுல ஏஜ் ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கா? யார் வேணா உள்ள போலாமா? ஒரு क्वेश्चन. ரெண்டாவது ஆண்ட்ராய்டு பத்தி சொன்னீங்க, ஆப்பிள் அளவுக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணோம். ரெண்டாவது
ஆமாங்க, we are on both iOS and on Android. iOS தான் Apple phones, Android are the other smartphones that you have. We do have a basic age restriction of course, but then என்னோட பையன் 6 வயசு ஆகுது. இன்னைக்கு ஈவினிங் போன உடனே அம்மா நான் ஹூட் பண்றேன்னு சொன்னான். ஸோ அவன் என் ப்ரொஃபைல்ல இருந்து ஹூட் பண்ணலாம். But of course we are looking at 12 above to keep it safe, and we did, like I said, எல்லா ரூல்ஸும் நாங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணியிருக்கோம். So to even make a voice-based social media platform, we had a few protocols to follow which we have.
இந்த வெரிஃபைடு சவுண்ட் வரும் இல்லையா, இன்ஸ்டால ட்விட்டர்ல எல்லாம். ஸோ இதில் எப்படி வெரிஃபைடு கொடுப்பீங்களா? இல்லை இதில் என்ன வாய்ஸ்ங்கிறதுனால நிறைய பேர் மிமிக்ரி ரஜினி சார் வாய்ஸே நிறைய பேர் பேசுவாங்க.
கரெக்ட்.
ஸோ யார் வாய்ஸ் வேணாலும் பேசினா இது எப்படி? அது
இல்லை, ஆக்சுவலாக மிமிக்ரி இஸ் entertainment thing. அது பண்ணலாம். People can be entertained with mimicry. We do have verification. Shanavas, can we show that? Is that possible to pull up the on the screen? So there is a process. So நீங்க Hoote download பண்ணிட்டு verify ஆகணும்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா you can apply for verification. And நீங்க என்ன இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில இருந்து வரீங்கன்ற பொறுத்து நாங்க questions கேட்போம். So அந்த questions நீங்க fill up பண்ணி upload பண்ணீங்கன்னா we will check back end and give you the blue tick.
So verification process is in the app itself, and we cater to the regulations to ensure that we are only verifying the right people.
Ma'am, what kind of data are you going to from users, and what is the revenue model? Is it going to be advertisement driven, or is it going to be a freemium driven revenue model?
So at this point of time, we are going to ensure that there is natural adoption of the platform by everybody. So we are not charging anything from anybody. This is also not monetized using ad revenue at this point of time. we are at a stage where we want to popularize the platform because this is by people from India, for people from India and for the world. So the goal right now is to ensure that there is natural adoption, and with the support of like-minded people, which is the media people, you understand this platform better than anybody else out there. We are expecting you to be partnering with us to make sure that this propagates and reaches the hand of every Indian out there, urban, rural, and you are empowering the people to be heard. So you are our brand ambassadors. We're not going to spend too much money on advertising, because when we have the connect and the partnership with the media itself, this is not a typical product, right? I'm not selling a CRM software. I'm not selling groceries. I'm selling a platform. You are the content creator. You are empowering people. You are giving the power in the hands of the people for them to be heard.
What data is the app going to collect from the users, please?
Nothing. Very basic data. Just their
whatever you use to register on the platform is the data we have. And record பண்ணுவாங்க because you won't get it right in the first take. We don't save that.
I just said that, sir. You just missed it. I will take a question again a little later, sir. I will meet you.
இப்போ உங்க பிளாட்ஃபார்முக்கு நீங்க நோடல் ஆஃபீசர் அந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் எல்லாம் பண்ணி
we are following every regulation that the Department of Communication and the Information Technology at the center has rolled out. They have a real clear policy. We are following every policy document that the government has laid out for social media platforms.
We are very conscious in India for the world platform, so we are very careful to follow all those protocols.
Soundarya, how are you planning to compete with Instagram or Facebook or Twitter when it comes to the, because we have Hoote and we have Tweet now. So how exactly are you planning to compete with them?
Well, the idea is not to compete with them. The idea was to give up an original idea which is not on other platforms. You have a voice option on Twitter, but then Tweet has become so famous in people's head that it's only text. It is one of the features in other platforms. You can also add voice. But Hoote la pathina, keeping it very straightforward, we are a voice-based platform. Mattadalla will support the voice, but predominantly it's only voice. So if we end up going in the direction that they have as a social media company, we'll be very happy. But the idea of Hoote was not to be a competition for these giants.
ட்விட்டர் மாதிரி பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ஸ்ல சில நேரங்களில் நேஷனல் லெவலில் முக்கியத்துவம் வாய்ந்த பிரச்சனைக்கு எல்லாரும் கருத்து சொல்லும்போது கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு அந்த கருத்து எதிராக இருக்கும்போது கவர்மெண்ட் அந்த கருத்துக்களை ரிமூவ் பண்ண சொன்ன விஷயங்கள்லாம் நடந்திருக்கு. ட்விட்டர் வந்து அதில் ரொம்ப உறுதியாக இருந்தாங்க, நாங்கள் அந்த மாதிரி ரிமூவ் பண்ண மாட்டோம், கருத்துரிமைக்கு நாங்கள் முக்கியத்துவம் அப்படின்னு. நீங்கள் கவர்மெண்ட் சைடு இருப்பீங்களா, மக்கள் சொல்லக்கூடிய கருத்துக்கள் நியாயமாக இருந்தால் அதை லட்சம் பேர் அதை ரிப்போர்ட் பண்ணாலும் கருத்து சரியாக இருந்தால் நாங்கள் அதில் உறுதியாக இருப்போம்னு இருப்பீங்க?
Let me check that. Sir, as I rightly just now said, that a platform that is for the people, and we will follow every regulation that's laid out by the law of land. We will empower people and we will have their voices heard, but staying within the gamut of the regulations that are laid out, because at the end of the day, we want every Indian voice heard, and for that to happen, we have to follow the rules and regulations which we will obey completely.
சௌந்தர்யா மேடம், இது ஆரம்பிக்கும் போதே நீங்க ஒன்று சொன்னீங்க, இப்போ யூஸ்வலா சூப்பர் ஸ்டார் ரஜினிகாந்தை பத்தி அவர் நின்னாலோ நடந்தாலோ பேசினாலோ என்ன பண்ணாலும் பயங்கர பிக் அப்ளாஸ் இருக்கும், பெரிய வரவேற்பு இருக்கும். அவரை பத்தி ஏதாவது ஒரு விஷயம் வருதான்னு பார்த்துட்டே இருப்பாங்க. இப்ப இந்த ஈவென்ட் நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போதே ஒரு விஷயத்த சொன்னீங்க. என்ன சொன்னீங்கன்னா, அப்பாவுக்கு நல்லா தமிழ் பேசுவாரு, நல்லா தமிழ் தெரியும், ஆனா எழுத தெரியாத ஒரு வார்த்தையை நீங்க வந்து போட்டீங்களே, இது வந்து பின்னாடி ஒரு பெரிய இஷ்யூ ஆகாதா, இல்ல என்ன அர்த்தத்தை அது சொன்னீங்க?
இல்லைங்க, இது நான் அப்பாவோட ரொம்ப ஓப்பன் பேசி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணி சொன்னேன். அப்பா கேன் ரீட் தமிழ் வெரி வெல், பட் ஃப்ளூவென்ட் தமிழ் எழுதுறது நீங்க தமிழ் படிச்சாதான் அந்த கிராமர் அந்த லிட்டரேச்சர் புரியும். அண்ட் மை ஃபாதர் கேன் read many languages. It's amazing. He can read Telugu, he can read Kannada, he can read English, and he can read Tamil. But fluent-ஆ அப்பாவை நீங்க லைஃப் ஃபுல்லா தமிழ்ல எழுதுங்கன்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா அப்பாக்கு அது ஆக்சுவலா he's not very great at that. அதுதாங்க உண்மை சொல்றதுக்கு நான் எங்க பயப்படணும்.
இல்ல பயத்துக்கு சொல்ல வரல, யூசுவலா அவரை பத்தி நெகட்டிவ் தேடுறவங்க நிறைய பேர் இருப்பாங்க இல்லைங்களா? இன்னைக்கு வந்து லாங்குவேஜ் இஷ்யூ நிறைய போயிட்டு இருக்கு. இப்ப தமிழ் இப்ப ரீசென்ட் டேஸ்ல கூட எல்லாரும் ஹிந்தி கண்டிப்பா படிக்கணும், அதுதான் நேஷனல் லாங்குவேஜ்னு ஒரு பெரிய இஷ்யூ ஓடுச்சு சோசியல் மீடியால. இது ஒரு சோசியல் மீடியா பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றீங்க, இப்போ வந்து அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வார்த்தையை போட்டுட்டீங்க, நீங்க ஓபனா பேசுறீங்க. அவரு ஓப்பனா சொல்றவர் தான் எல்லாத்தையுமே. அது வந்து விஷயமே இல்ல. ஏதாவது தேடுறவங்களுக்கு கிடைக்குமே அது மாதிரி நீங்க ஆன்சர் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னு
இன்னைக்கு தலைவர் வந்து அந்த ஸ்டேஜ் எல்லாம் தாண்டி தாதா சாஹேப் அவார்ட் வாங்கி நேஷனல் லெவல்ல.
எனக்கு ஒரு சின்ன டவுட், அப்பாக்கு தமிழ் எழுத முடியாதுன்றதுனால அப்பா மேல லவ் எல்லாருக்கும் குறைய போதா? இல்ல. So that's what the point is.
Good evening, Soundarya.
How often do you expect to tweet? ana பண்றாரா? எப்போ தேவையோ அப்போ பண்றாங்க. ட்விட்டர் எப்படி அப்பா பர்சனலா யூஸ் பண்றாங்களோ டெக்ஸ்ட்டுக்கு வாய்ஸ், அந்த வாய்ஸை வந்துட்டு ஹூட்ல யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. And that's what we expect from everybody, not just appa, celebrities across categories that we're expecting. So having said that, I think we will wrap this press meet and we'll be more than happy. Of course, if you have any views, any opinions, you can tag me on Hoote and you can ask your question. I'll be more than happy to answer it on the platform.
One more question.
Yes, of course.
இப்போ எல்லா மீடியாலையும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா காப்பிரைட் இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கு. இப்போ உங்கள் இதில் எப்படி நீங்கள் மூவி கிளிப்ஸ் சாங்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ வாட் அபவுட் காப்பிரைட் இஷ்யூஸ்?
We are following whatever the copyright laws are for companies. அதனால தான் இப்போ நீங்கள் பேக்ரவுண்ட் ஸ்கோர் Hooteல பார்த்தா கூட we have created it. We own the IP for it. And when I mentioned about background, I did very clearly say that we are in talks with labels because copyright is something we will take seriously.
சௌந்தர்யா, இன்னைக்கு வந்து ரஜினி சார் வந்து தாதா சாஹிப் விருது வாங்கிக்கோங்க. இந்தியா செய்தியாக வந்திருக்கு. இப்போ ஹூட் வந்து அந்த மாதிரி பெரிய செய்தியாக வரணும். நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு புதுசாக ஒரு செய்தி, அவர் 169வது படம் எப்போ ஹூட்டில் போடுவார், யாரை டைரக்ட் பண்ணுவார், எப்போ அது சொன்னீங்க தானே கொஞ்சம் பரபரப்பாகும். இல்லை நீங்கள் ரஜினி வச்சு எப்போ படம் பண்ண போகிறீங்க, அது எப்போ ஹூட்டில் போட போகிறீங்க?
இந்த டாபிக் கொஞ்சம் டீவியேட் ஆகுதுங்க. ஸோ பிஃபோர் தட்
கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க சார், ஹூட்டில் வரோம்.
No, as a family, like I said, today is a very, very special day for us. My father did receive the Dada Saheb and my brother-in-law also the Best Actor Award. And Ipo, we are as a family are focusing on Annatha release. So Annatha Hoot Panuanglada, let's hope he does. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you sir.
One last question, ma'am.
அதான் சொன்னேனுங்க, hootனா it's the sound that an owl makes. பண்ற சத்தம் பேரு hoot, and a white owl it symbolizes wisdom. And எப்படி பறவை இருந்துச்சோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு எனக்கு ஐடியா வந்த உடனே ஹூட்னு தான் வந்துச்சு.
நீங்க ஹூட் டவுன்லோட் பண்ண உடனே உங்களுக்கு ஒரு நோட்டிஃபிகேஷன்ல ஒரு சவுண்ட் வரும், அதுதான் ஹூட். நீங்க டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க.
So yeah, one minute.
Ma'am, one last question.
Yes, tell me.
How big is your back-end team and does your app have headquarters?
Sorry, repeat that again.
How big is your back-end team?
Yeah.
And does your app have headquarters?
Headquarters? Yeah, we are from India. We are in Cineulagam. We are headquartered here. You are welcome to visit time. We will show you the team. Thank you.
And how big is your back-end team?
So we have a large team. We run some of the most robust platforms globally, and the same kind of importance has been given to Hoote because we know this is going to become huge thanks to people like you, right? So please come on to Hoote, and we'll make sure that you're heard. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here today.